Hi there, Narwhals. I know we've been out of school for a while, and I thought it would be helpful to go ahead and continue with cursive. That way we don't get super far behind, and that way if we end up not going back, you've at least finished your uppercase letters. We've already finished all the lowercase letters, and we were on the uppercase. So our next letter was the Q, and as you can see here, the Q starts with a curved back. We are starting, the letters patterns that we were doing, we're starting at the baseline. J was the last letter that we did. We started here and we curved around. So this has the same beginning stroke. So we start at the base, we curve around, up, touch the headline, come back down, and then there's a little loop here at the bottom and it ends just below the baseline. So let's start. All right, so as you see here, I do not have cursive paper because it's all at school, but I do have some notebook paper, so we're going to make it work. And you can do the same. If you have lined paper and you want to use lined paper, then that's fine. If you don't, we can make this work. Our goal anyway was to end up being able to write on notebook paper. So we're going to start, because this is the first time we've used notebook paper besides with our spelling words, I'm going to go ahead and write, and this is the first time we've done this letter, I'm going to go ahead and write a headline, a baseline, and my dotted midline just for practice. Okay, now we are writing the uppercase cursive letter Q, just like I had shown you. So remember, we slant our paper. We start at the base, we curve around, we touch the headline, we come back around, we make a loop and dip it just below the baseline. All right, again, we start at the baseline, we curve around, up to the top, come around, make a loop, and drop into the baseline. One more, last one. Starting at the baseline, go around, make your loop, and drop. Now, something I see that I don't want to see, because I know I always tell you guys what I don't like, is one, make sure you're starting at the baseline. If you start at the headline, it's going to end up looking really funny because you're going to have to go back and try to make that loop. So don't start here, because then you're going to end up coming all the way around. You're going to want to come back around, try to make the loop somehow. Don't do that. Also, make sure your little loop at the bottom is not too big. So don't do this, coming around and going up. That is too much. All right, so make sure you keep your little loop at the bottom. It only takes up about 1/3 of that space there. Okay, so in our book, they wanted us to write a few words. So remember, one of the most important things with word writing is our spacing, and of course, our letter formation. Our keys of legibility was size, slant, and spacing and letter formation. So we're going to go ahead and write the first name here. And I'm going to move the book so I can make sure I'm spelling it correctly. So you can write it with me. I'm going to go ahead and use double lines here since I've already started with double lines. If you want to go on and challenge yourself and try to write on a single line, you can do that for your Q. Just remember you're starting at the baseline. Okay, so we're going to write the word or the name Quentin. So we're going to start here at the baseline, come around, make your loop, Q, U, E, N, T, I, N, Quentin. All right, and Quimby was the second name. And I'm going to put another piece of paper under here. My table is kind of gonna blame it on the table anyway. All right, here goes Quimby. Remember, we're starting at the baseline. Our paper is slanted. Q, U, I, M, B, Y. Remember that B has the check stroke. Remember, after you finish, you need to dot your I's. Quimby. And they want us to sentence write. Where is Queensland? Queensland. That's in Australia. All right, so let's write the sentence. It is uppercase because we're starting a sentence. Make sure your paper is slanted. Where, capital W, H, E, R, E, is, I, S, and Queensland is a really long word, so I'm going to come on down to the next lines. Q, starting at the baseline, coming around, making your loop, dropping into the basement just a tad. Don't space that U too far away because this is one word. Q, U, E, long word, E, N, S, L, A, N, D. And there's nothing to dot or cross, but it is a question. Where is Queensland? So it has to end in a question mark. All right, so you can practice tomorrow as well. You can practice writing it smaller tomorrow if you want to practice today with your double lines, and tomorrow writing it smaller. Remember, if you mess up, that's okay. You can always just go back and erase. You want your letters to sit on the baseline. You don't want them floating. You want to make sure that they're sitting on the baseline and that your tall letters go all the way up to the headline. So be careful, be picky, fix it if you need to. Good luck and have fun.